No toilet paper in the crib. No tissue. What's your next move? What is your stance on voting? Are y'all eating y'all boogers? Why do y'all hate Trump so much?
Yo, it's your boy ZayTV in the building.
Yes, sir.
It's your boy DSGBC3.
I am Gavin.
And I am Zilla Zoe. Fellas.
Zilla.
We have our first official guest. She is a law school graduate.
Ooh.
She is a lawyer. She is a judge, an active volunteer in the Houston Food Bank, a high representative for the gas station Exxon, and AKA a Roll Tide alumni, owner for the best DSP in Tallahassee, Florida. She resides on the south side. Miss Ashlee Boswell.
Yeah, that's a hell of a resume. I love it.
That's absolutely
Roll Tide.
Roll Tide. Thank y'all for having me. I appreciate it.
Absolutely. How you feeling?
I'm ready to get it started.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
All right, just a prerequisite. If y'all have any questions for Ashlee, feel free. Keep it professional. As well as if any questions arise for you that you don't want to answer, you don't have to answer. So,
There you go.
with
Before we
that,
start, Gav.
go ahead.
Welcome to the pod.
NHD in it, bit. You feel it? Stop playing.
All right, Gav. What you got in store for us?
All right. First question. Converse with a slow talker versus someone who constantly cuts you off.
So, I mean, a slow talker, is that somebody who can't comprehend what you're saying?
Like this.
I mean, it could be this talking slow
Oh, no.
or what you said.
All right, so we basically arguing if we gonna deal with somebody that gonna cut us off or talk to Patrick.
Basically.
Okay. Patrick funny though. I can laugh at Patrick.
At least they're not going to cut me off. So, I go with cutting off. That's pretty aggravating.
That's disrespectful.
I would rather talk to a slow talker.
Yeah. I mean, hell, I'm a slow talker at times.
What about you?
How far do I get into my comment before I get cut off?
Say it again.
If
I mean, does it really matter?
Yeah, because
I mean,
if I'm
does it-
almost
does it-
done
does
and
it-
I
does
got
it-
cut off,
Like that, though.
Like, exactly like
That's
that.
the example.
then no, I'm gonna go with the slow talker.
Okay.
Beautiful.
Despite slow talker or being cut off, let's not cut off today.
There we go.
So,
We can do that.
Oh, what's the name of the podcast, Gav?
9 to 5.
9 to 5. That means you better clock in. Don't
Clock
be late.
in. We are clocked in.
You
time to
see?
clock
You
in.
see? Wait,
So-
hold on. Let me goddamn. You feel me?
So, where are you from versus where were you? What city raised you?
Montgomery, Alabama.
Oh, yes, ma'am.
That's where you from, or that's what raised you? What made you?
Montgomery, Alabama is my foundation. Houston raised me. But you need a foundation to know who you are. And so I'm always give praise to the Gump because I can't hustle and be who I am in Houston if I don't have a solid foundation in the Gump.
I like that.
Okay. Was those the only two cities that you've lived in?
No, so I feel like my maturity came into play when I lived in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. So
Oh, the
I
boot.
graduated, right. I graduated when I was 21, headed to law school. That's super young. The average person in my class was 27. So I was considered a baby still. And my mentality was still like on some kick it type shit. And it wasn't time for that. It was like time to lock in. And so that was just a season where even when all of my friends were like still in undergrad or whatever, or pursuing whatever they were doing, I had to lock in and like slow down and do something that I wasn't accustomed to. Friday wasn't for hanging out. It was for being in the library and catching up on what you didn't understand throughout the whole week that you know, were learning your different subject areas of law. So that's what matured me.
So law school was Baton Rouge. So you live in Baton Rouge. So your adult life was Houston. And then you got Montgomery.
So then I lived in London for a second too.
London?
When I was in law school to I was comparing the Constitution with other articles of organizations and other places of the countries or whatever around the world. And so London was a place for that. So I went to Queen Mary University in London and compared their law to the Constitution. So that was the first time I'd ever been outside of the country. So move forward, now I'm 22. And I got access to the whole world. So I go to class Monday through Wednesday through Sunday. You can find me wherever, like literally across the globe. I'm outside.
Outside in a different country. That's a flex. That's a flex.
How long did you stay in London for?
A semester.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
That's quick.
So a couple of months.
Okay.
What's the biggest? Go ahead.
I'm gonna be kind of bit back here. You know what I'm saying? Which spot had the best food? I got an educated guess, but I want to see what your answer is.
In terms of
Like,
places I've lived,
yes.
Louisiana for sure.
Thank you.
Like
Thank
I was
you.
30 pounds heavier in Louisiana.
So what was your go-to Louisiana dish? Was it gumbo, beignets?
Beignets.
Come on now.
Yeah.
What is beignets?
The best thing ever?
A bougie donut. It's a
with a little
bougie
powdered
donut
sugar.
with the
I was gonna
powdered
say,
sugar.
You wasted, not wasted, but that's what it is. That's the best thing ever. A donut.
It's hard to like really describe it.
You gotta
Once you
taste
have one, you're gonna be like, okay, that bitch.
So, and the reason I will, okay, I take that back. Maybe beignets is not the best one, but I just remember the first time I had one, and I was like on some Nuck If You Buck energy because we were hanging out, and they stopped what we were doing to go get beignets, and I'm like, we stopping to go get a donut? Like, I don't agree with this. And then I had it, and I was like, I agree with this. I understand why activities needed to stop for this. So
Yes.
I say beignets maybe because of the experience, but the gumbo, the different pastas that are from scratch, like, I agree with you. Like the seafood, the crawfish or whatever, when it's crawfish boil season, I can't commit to one.
Yeah, Louisiana is just that spot when it comes down to food.
Maybe 9 to 5, but it sounds like dinner time.
Okay, what would you say the biggest difference is in London versus the United States?
Damn food. It is disgusting.
Whoa.
So
I've
the
heard.
weight that I gained in Louisiana, by the time I came back, I lost it.
Ooh, it's that bad?
Yeah,
Like,
it's terrible.
I've heard though. I've heard.
like they don't be
Pretty
seasoning
bad.
their food.
And they can spot an American a mile away. Like once you go overseas, everybody else is an African, but they know an African American when they see one. So, I mean, and you know the type of racism we experience here is different over there. I would say those are the biggest differences.
They be like
the food and the racism.
Yeah, I can see it.
Can you expand on it? Like, what experience did you have that set it inside for you?
In terms of
The racism in
the
another
racism?
country.
Like, is it like
basically the Africans not liking you because you're African American.
You're not
And
pure
it's like,
African.
They said
I
you're
didn't
not like
ask to
us.
be sold and brought over here.
That part.
And so you get to really have those uncomfortable conversations because they have preconceived notions about you, right? And things that were told to them. And then we have preconceived notions about them. And you're really having those uncomfortable conversations like, look, I'm experiencing the same type, if not worse, racism as you are. And you hating on me, and I just got shipped over here. I didn't ask to be here. So it's just one of those kind of things where Africans almost assume that you thought that you were better because you were African
That's
American.
where I was gonna go.
Clock it.
And so I feel like for African Americans, we're one of the only races where
We ain't got no
it
home.
don't give a damn where we are. Everybody hates us. Don't matter if you're in
Facts.
Africa,
Clock it.
going home. Don't matter if you here. You just, nobody is really relating to your struggle.
Man.
You're an outsider wherever you go, is what
And
it
I
felt
say,
like.
Clock it.
What country felt the best, or did you not feel it as most, or as much, if there was any?
In terms of places that I lived for an extended time.
Right.
Experienced the racism though, I would say China.
She been to China.
I know, right? I know.
What? Can you list us all countries that you've been to?
All countries I've been to.
Ooh,
Yeah.
flex on them. Do it, Miss Ashley.
Little
Flex on
side
them.
note, little side note.
Look in the camera when you flex on them too. Let them know, hey, I did
I
that.
be chilling. I'm low key. Mexico, Bahamas, Jamaica, London, China, Indonesia,
Oh my.
Alaska, which is part of the United States, so that doesn't count. Spain, Africa.
Did you go to Taiwan or something like that?
Thailand.
Thailand. Oh, hey, it's a funny video about Thailand. It's a
Thailand?
That's a lot.
That's
of
not-
damn places.
Thailand?
And I know I'm forgetting some stuff, but we just gonna
have you
stop
ever
there.
lived in Japan, Tokyo, anything like that?
No, China's the farthest that I've lived.
Okay.
Yeah.
China?
She
Thailand?
she
But they
flex on
don't, I
y'all.
mean, it's a communist country, so they've
They-
never seen black people in person. So you get a lot of, can I take a picture with you? Can I touch your hair? Hell no.
Nah.
Can't do that. But it's a communist country, so they can't even Google. They don't have access to Google. So it's just like being able to see somebody outside of what looks like them is just very intriguing to
And
them.
they embrace you more than just like, you know.
For them, you're kind of like a celebrity. Like,
Oh,
what?
shit.
Black person in person?
Hey, can we
Question.
NHD to China? Smooth,
Maybe.
you ready to take that trip?
What country would you say had the hardest workers? Like when it came to like the workforce,
Mexico!
I could have
Do
told
you
you.
hear me?
got to
The
it.
same in the United States. Trump told y'all he's taking the black jobs. They
Yeah.
taking the black jobs. No, they definitely got the hardest workers.
I was going to say they work hard.
They bust their ass.
They work.
What was your first job?
My first job, I always have had a job. My first job was babysitting. And then I worked at an ice cream shop that we got fired from because we was giving away too much ice cream.
Oh, y'all was a plug. I would
Yeah,
have
to the
came up there.
homies.
What you mean?
All throughout high school, I worked at CVS. All throughout college, I worked at Foot Locker.
Oh,
and
you was
then-
a plug.
Champs on it.
What's up? What's up? And then law school, I was really hustling. I worked at Macy's. I was a bartender. I had an
Really sad.
internship with the state attorney general.
Damn.
And then I was like an event planner for like different like kids parties or like Mardi Gras balls, like, cause it's expensive, right? So I was just,
Oh my.
if I wasn't in school, I was working. So I've always worked. So yeah,
What was your favorite job?
my Macy's.
Y'all discounts.
No, so I worked in the fragrance department, and I think that's where my love of fragrances came from or whatever.
Respect.
And just kind of like listening to somebody and being able to kind of know what scent fit them and match them up. I just thought that was fun.
What was your first job, Gav?
Cutting grass.
That's real.
So, what about you?
Flipping patties at Wendy's.
Hey, that specialist famous.
Yeah,
Mine was Champs.
really.
Your first job? Okay. That's
I've been
what's
here last 5 years. Dedication.
Dedication.
Oh wow, go ahead then.
All right. My first job was working at the Christmas tree farm.
Where you from again? Where's you?
I'm from Bainbridge, Georgia.
Okay.
Yeah.
Bang.
Yeah, Bainbridge.
By Ambridge.
Yeah. Shout out to Climax, Georgia. Population 232 people.
Hey, but you got Kirby Smart, so you
Yeah, we
that
got
going for
Kirby.
y'all.
Without a-
Yeah, but first job was at a Christmas tree farm. I was on the tractor doing hay rides, setting up the corn maze.
What is a corn maze?
You don't know corn maze?
A corn
well,
maze?
cornfield, right? Like, ain't that?
Yeah,
Amazing
it's,
inside the
yeah, it's
cornfield.
amazing inside the cornfield.
You ain't never been in one.
Oh well, the Christmas tree farm still up and kicking now.
Okay.
So I got a question for you.
What's up?
Having such an extended portfolio of so many things, and so many accomplishments, how do you learn to like juggle all of that? You know. Like,
That's a great question, Zay.
Juggling what? Like,
so I heard you were a lawyer, correct? You're Zoe's boss. So like, you know, the many things that the many things that you just do currently now in your life. Like, how do you learn to juggle all of that? Because have very important positions.
That's fair. I think law school helped with that, all of those jobs. And then I think about 2015, I've never not had 2 jobs.
Respect.
I've always like had multiple jobs. So it became a point that when I didn't have 2 jobs, it felt like it was too much time on my hands. So I became a professional multitasker. I could be on a conference call, sending out an email, like texting the girls on the side, like, what are we doing later? So I just became like really skilled at multitasking.
Heard.
That's amazing. She said, I
Don't be
ain't never
ashamed for
had
this. Give her
2
flowers.
jobs.
Absolutely.
Like 2 jobs consistently. Yeah, that's some hustling right
So did it ever not make sense to have 2 jobs, or it always made sense?
It always made sense because it wasn't even on my radar to have 2 jobs. I had a job where I got to work from home, or sometimes my schedule was so lax I wasn't required to be in the office. And he proposed to me, my boss, like, get another job. You could be doing stuff on the side. And then I started thinking, like, you know what, you right, like double your money. Like while you sitting around doing nothing, you could be making some more money. And so that was always the mentality, like, I'm doing this, but what else could I be doing to make some more money?
Right.
And then it just kind of turned into a way of life. And then by that point, I was so good at multitasking, it just flowed. I can't explain it. Like, it doesn't bother me to have a bunch of things coming at me at one time.
So, you still are a lawyer and a judge, but when did you realize you were a boss?
I like that question, Gav. Shake my hand.
Clock it.
Shake my damn hand,
Clock it.
bucko. That's a hell. What?
That's a hell of a question.
I love that.
If we're being honest, I always knew I was a boss. I always knew I was a boss, and I just needed the opportunities to show I was a boss. Like, I always thought like a boss. Like, to have multiple jobs, like, I knew what I was going to do with that money. Like, I wanted to buy a house. I wanted to do this. I wanted to do that. So, since the beginning, I've always moved like a little adult. I just needed the age to match the mindset. And not to be told, oh, you're a little child.
Right,
like,
right,
okay,
right.
I'm a child, but I've always been moving like a boss. And I feel like the most boss's thing, I know that's not a word, was dedicated. Like, the company now, that is what solidified, like, you a boss. Like, you're literally somebody's boss. Like, you got a boss mentality, but now you're checked in for being a boss.
Got people on payroll.
And when I
got you on
became
payroll.
a boss in
Yeah.
terms of I'm somebody else's boss, if we keeping it a buck, it made me check out of corporate America. Like, I'm going to check in to Dedicated before I give a damn about Exxon or whatever else is going on, because that's mine. You know what I'm saying? I literally built that from nothing and made it something. And that's when I kind of like really embraced, like, yeah. Even though your mindset might be a boss, like, we're literally a boss now.
So, quick question for everybody. What would you say is the biggest difference in mindset from that of a worker and that of a boss? Like, if you had to say a quality difference, like, what would you say?
Definitely, I would probably put it at determination.
Okay.
You gotta want it more than anything. And once you get it, you still gotta keep chasing. So when you're at the top, you're not really at the top. You just keep climbing.
I would say it's more about self-motivation and willpower. Because it's going to be a lot of times, especially like when stuff don't go right. You've been working at this for God knows how long.
Listen.
And it don't went left. You got to have the willpower and the self-motivation. Like, okay, I could still keep going. It may not work now. It may not work tomorrow. But goddamn it, it's going to work. It's going to work one of these days. You feel me?
Don't have an answer for you right now. Besides mentality, but I
Mentality.
mean that's what was based in the question. Your mentality set you
I feel
different than
like
everybody.
it's like taking that initiative. You know what I'm saying?
That's a great word.
When you have that in your mind, everybody can have a great thought, a great idea.
Taking that first step.
Taking that first step, that initiative, and then continue to take initiative and do what needs to be done to get it done.
Prosperity. That would be my word.
Oh, I like that. I can't spell it, but I like it.
Prosperity. I mean, it goes back into like it's a combination of everything everybody said, but because you gotta keep it pushing.
So like, if it was easy, everybody be millionaires.
That's so
If it
real.
was easy, everybody be doing it. Now, a lot of people are meant to do it. A lot of people are meant to be workers. It's only a special few that could be bosses. You feel me?
And I think something that goes unsaid is that what looks like success to you took 10 years. What looks like overnight success took 10 years. And I can literally think back and I'm like, damn, like where I am now took 10 years to get here. And can you rock out 10 years like with gut punches, with rejections, with being fired, with, because I done been through it. So like, can you rock out that amount of time and know that on the other side is something better? And I think that a lot of people give up before it's time.
Facts.
So it's just kind of like, if you, the boss mentality in you or whatever your vision is, can you hold on to that when everything around you is telling you it's not going to work out? Because dedicated is the hardest thing I've ever done in my life. And when I tell you shit done went left so many times,
Trust me.
bruh, I'm getting sued right now. I gotta get deposed right now. Like every time I look up, somebody's coming after some money, or
Someone is getting
or
actions.
Amazon is coming at me for something. So it was not a cakewalk. And through all of that, can you just trust that I'm still a boss? Even when I look like a failure, I'm still a boss.
Because I got here.
Because I got here, and can you trust your vision, right? Like, you only know your vision. That's not for anybody else. And no one can really speak on that. So if I got this vision and it's not going anywhere and it's so deep inside of me, even when everything goes left, can I still trust that?
Yeah.
And that's hard.
It's hard.
Because if everybody walks out on you and tells you that's not going to work, you need to go ahead and like shut that down and start something else. It's your vision, right? Nobody else got your same vision. So then it turns really mental. Like, can I fade out the world and like tune into self and what my vision is? And that's the boss to me. Like, even though the world is telling me and then the people that care about you most sometimes, like, they're trying to protect you in what they're saying, but they don't know your vision. So it's like, you know what? It already looks bad. Just go ahead and pull out, like, save yourself, like, some of the drama and the stress. And so I just feel like being a boss is more than saying it. It's an experience. It's a mentality. You know what I mean? It's the perseverance, to Gavin's point. It's the prosperity. Like, it is just an embodiment. It's not just, it's not compartmentalized. It's so many different areas.
You got to be built for it.
You got to be built for that shit.
You got to be built.
And everybody is not built for this shit. Because you got to take a gut punch and get back up and keep doing what you got to do.
That's some real shit.
That's real.
And if you can't do that,
lose to win.
You are a worker. You're not a boss. You know what I
Facts.
mean? Like, that's just what that is.
This is what
got
we
to
dropping
lose.
jewels on y'all ass today,
You
Bucko.
got to lose to win.
Man,
You got to lose to
I love it
win.
here.
So as a boss, you come across employees that also have the mindset that they're bosses. So what is the friction, if any, and how do you deal with that?
Ooh, that's a great question.
I feel like for certain workers, I see things in them and I'm like, okay, he's a boss. She's a boss. Other people think they're bosses, but your performance doesn't say you're a boss. Your actions don't say you're a boss. Your mentality doesn't say that you're a boss. So for that, you put people in the categories that they need to be in, but at the same time, you got to maintain that professionalism, right? So, and then is it really on me to tell you you're not a boss? Because I feel like actions speak louder than words.
That part.
So you're saying that you're a boss, but for whatever job you're on, you're not performing like a boss. So do I really have to have that argument with you, or are you already showing through your actions that you're not the boss that you think you are? Because just talking
that you
like
think you are.
a mouthpiece is cool, but at what point do your words, do your actions like back up by your words? So
You gotta walk it like how you talk it, bucko.
Stand on 10 with it.
Nah, I really didn't have nothing to say. Because that was a good question. Because I do feel that everybody always got their own thing going on. You know what I'm saying? Everybody say they got a side business, things of that nature. And just when you are the boss, being able to have to tell someone still, hey, I get that you are a boss in your own field, but you got a job to do. Like,
Tight.
keep everything that you need to do over there. When you clocked in, it's time to get to it.
Right.
You know.
and this is something that I would tell y'all, because I like this. I like what y'all are doing. I like this podcast. I like that you're chasing your dreams. Know that the 9 to 5 is set up to make you clock in for the man and forget about your dreams. However much energy it takes, when you clock out, you clock back in to what your focus is, what your passion is. And don't let that job deter you from that, because I was very guilty of that. Like, my job beat my ass. By the end of the day, it's like,
You just want to
I'm
chill.
out.
You want to lay down.
whatever my dreams were, whatever I thought I was going to do today, I'm not doing because I'm tired.
Yeah.
And just have that same passion that y'all got now to whatever your day look like. If y'all are committed to something that has to do with this podcast, or whatever your dreams are, whatever your passion is, clock into that. Like, don't let your job, your 9 to 5, take the best part of you. Save some of that for yourself, for like your dreams, like your ambitions, your goals. Like, your job shouldn't just be like depleting you.
Right.
That part.
So, what is that balance between that work and not slacking on your job, and then still being able to give 100% at the job and still have that time for, you know what I'm saying, said content, said outside life?
Okay, so back in the day, I couldn't tell you because I didn't know. I'll just use now. Dedicated is my baby. It's the love of my life. Exxon, bro, I'm going to get at y'all when I get at y'all. I'm giving y'all the bare minimum. Like, I missed the meeting today.
That's
Okay.
a fact.
Okay. Again, you're a boss, right? You have a business. Now, people who treat your business like Exxon, how would you tell them? This is mine. That's yours. Pay attention.
Okay, so Exxon doesn't know that I don't give a damn about them. For them, it's like, she's great.
Because she's locked in.
She's locked
Doing her
in. And
job.
so, but that goes back to my multitasking, right? Like, I know how to do enough to still look great. I will never look average. That's just not who I am. I do enough to give them what they need, but I don't go beyond that.
Right.
And then anything else, like, I'm locked back into what I got going. So I would say, don't slip. Because then you're on people's radar for like underperforming or not doing your job properly. So I never do that. But in my mind, I know I could do more. I just choose not to.
Because you want to dedicate your time
Because
to
I want to dedicate my time to
to
dedicate it. Literally.
So basically, if you can't handle your job, find another one, but never sell yourself short on your own dreams.
Yeah. Well, and let's go here too. It's a build up, right? Because there have been times where I literally needed to be locked in for a job because I needed the money. I had goals. So keep your vision in mind, right? When you know your vision, it's certain sacrifices that you're going to have to make for your vision. And as you are climbing that mountain, you will know areas that you can fall off in, or where right now I can't afford to do this. I might have to give the job a little bit more than I want to right now, but it won't always be like this. So, and you'll know that internally, like within yourself. So like for me, sometimes I had to give the job more than I wanted to give the job because I needed that money to funnel other things that I wanted to do.
do.
So it's like, okay, now white man getting a little more from me than he should have got. But my vision is in play. And no one can tell you how to move on your vision but you. You can seek counsel, you can seek guidance, but I just feel like that's an internal thing to where you'll know that balance. And like for me, I've just kind of known like when it's time, when I can like pedal back, and when it's time, like right now, I gotta go hard for the job. Don't want to go hard for the job, but I see the bigger picture.
The bigger picture. Keep the bigger picture.
Like that 9 to 5 fund that 5 to 9.
What's the
Exactly.
What's the most demanding job like that you guys had? I know we done went around the room and talked about our jobs, but like, is it demanding? Or is
Like
it not demanding?
physically, mentally,
Like I'm
everything.
talking like
Combination.
Yeah, combination. How demanding is it? How much time does it strip you of?
AT&T, I'm not gonna lie, great company, but boy, when that outage happened, when
Boy.
everybody's phone wasn't working, that was probably one of the hardest days I ever worked for AT&T. Had so many people coming out there with questions that I don't have the answer to. Your phone is off, my phone is off. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, you just like,
Me either. Like, I have no bars. I don't know.
I think for me it was more like when I worked overnight at Walmart, because I spent all my night 11 to 7, stocking shelves, doing all of that, and then I slept during the day.
Yeah, that graveyard shift.
So that was probably like all of my energy, everything I had.
That
So
graveyard ain't no hoe.
it,
That graveyard undefeated,
when
boy.
you hit 2 a.m., oh, you know you winning.
Oh,
Oh, you
yeah.
know
what you guys on?
I was gonna ask, was your security job demanding, or did you, or is it Amazon?
Brother.
Talk to me.
I used to work 16 hours and was fine. Because again, I would be writing my book, working Amazon,
You still
and
had your vision.
I'm chilling.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm chilling. Yeah, that was the best money I've ever made. And it was easy.
Yeah.
Now. You know what I'm
It's the
saying?
head down, bro. It's the head down.
I mean, just being honest, I'm getting a third of what I was making and I'm working 3 times harder. So it's just, again, but I'm here for a reason.
Right.
Everything just got to make sense.
Right.
So yeah, I would definitely say what I'm doing now, delivery driving, but it's not really mentally taxing as it used to be. That was just like, I mean, stuff's gonna happen. It's just the physical. It's hot. I gotta get up and down. And I mean, it's not that bad. It's more of a
Preference.
preference.
Yeah.
I'd rather cut grass.
Rather do something else.
Yeah.
What about you, Zoe? Oh, I know the answer.
This job.
Chewy.
This job, no, most demanding of time. The job I hated the most, absolutely FedEx, bar none. What's up?
Me too.
Oh, you was talking about time demanding.
Time demanding. I mean,
Oh, yeah. Well,
in whatever regard.
No.
I thought you talking about the man that like you just hated
Bro,
it.
I hated FedEx to the death of me.
Like, you got boxes and everything.
That's the only job I ever quit.
He said his legs, they got me lifting all this dog food. Who needs all this food for one dog?
Bruh, it's so bad. But then,
Nah, you take them dog food up them
bro,
apartment
Chewy
steps.
is heavy. Bro, Chewy is heavy. Like, unexplainably.
They got all that food for a little chihuahua.
They don't even put them in sturdy boxes. Like, the shit be ripping and falling all over the place. Yeah. Like, and then it stinks. Like, it's just
You know the K32 when you pass the factory that make the dog food.
disgusting. Disgusting. You know.
Ashlee, did you have one?
The job I hated most, probably when I first became a lawyer, the commute was damn near 2 hours away. And I did that every day for like a year and a half. And they knew I was a new lawyer, so I wasn't even getting paid like a lawyer. There were no benefits. I was broke as hell. It was the worst, but I was trying to like build my resume. Like I was starting from nothing, so that was the worst.
Okay, this question just popped in my head. What how long do you want to work in either being a lawyer or a judge? Is it a separate time period? You want to work lawyer longer, judge? What is it for you?
Oh my So I don't like my boss that's in my judge job.
Okay.
When I hit 10 years, I'm done.
Okay.
Lawyer, I can do that till I'm 70.
Okay. Now
she gonna be feeding
Because it's
everybody.
mental. All I gotta do, I'll know the law, think about some stuff, and give you some advice on it. It's not taxing.
So why not just move? I don't know how like the judge stuff works, but can't you just move to another company
They
or
left
what?
such a bad taste in my mouth. Every time I look up, my boss is trying to fire me. And that's how I got really good at defending myself. Or like, you know how somebody will say they're set up? I never understood how you could get set up. And I felt like I was pretty smart. And you can't set me up.
So
One day I had a meeting with my boss and then some other judges and some other clerks. And I was really looking at me being set up. And I'm like, bruh, I'm not going out like this. And so I'm just pivoting. I'm like talking or whatever. And it works out in my favor ultimately. But that was the first time I saw in real time how somebody could be plotting against you behind your back and then just present all of this stuff. And you look like trash on paper, and it's enough to get you out of the door. And so you see how people can get the book thrown at them because they got set up or whatever the case may be. And so it just made me move totally different. Like, in any situation, I love something in black and white. I don't want a conversation.
Right.
I don't want a he say, she say. I want it in a text message. I want it in an email. I want something like printed out in black and white so that I
Paper
can have
trail.
my paper
That
trail so I can
part.
have my own defense for myself.
Question. What case, without getting into detail, did you not think you was gonna win, but you ended up pulling it off? I'm talking, you pulled it off.
Jordan, game
Like
7.
I'm talking like
Curry,
playoff performance.
Kyrie, KD.
Like you did that.
A girl with a DUI drinking beers and got in a damn wreck, and then she should have been under the jail. But I was defending her,
Shit.
and you pulled it off.
She should have been under the jail.
Under.
Not in.
See,
Under the gym.
this is the type of lawyer you need. Even though you want me in jail, represent me.
Represent me.
So, how did you? How?
Lawyers are
did her
lawyers.
shit.
That tight timing. You can't get into detail.
You can't get into details.
Lawyers
She did what she
are
needed to do.
lawyers
Let's just say that.
for a
If the
reason.
glove don't fit, then you must acquit.
Hey,
I wouldn't on that, but something like that, like you gonna get her off.
Go ahead, dude.
All right.
Girlfriend, hey, you're lucky.
Hey, shout out to Miss Ashley for getting you out that sticky
lucky.
situation, Bucko.
She said you should have been.
under that bit, like under.
what inspired you to be, if anything, to be a lawyer and a judge?
My mom.
Shout out to my dudes.
Dukes.
Miss Anita. Go ahead.
What's her name?
Anita.
Anita.
Oh, that's a beautiful name. Shout out Miss Anita.
Shout out, Miss Anita.
My mom's a lawyer, and I just wanted to take it a step farther.
Okay.
You trying to outdoor type?
No, because
I mean, you said step further.
because so I feel like my mom was headed for greatness, and she was salutatorian of her law school class. I don't think you understand what that means.
No,
That's a bad bitch. Like, to be saluted, like, you number 2. And number 1 was who she tutored. And I was like, how you
the
tutor him
fuck?
better than you? Like, you should be the number 1 and him number 2. Long story short, she graduates. The week later, she marries my dad.
Oh, beautiful love
And
story.
I feel like she was more locked into like marriage and all of that other stuff than she was her career. And I feel like she could have taken it farther
to a
than
whole
it
nother
went.
level.
And so I was like, take that baton. We'll go a little further.
Okay.
I like that.
Got you.
Is mom proud? Mom's proud.
I think so.
I love that.
What is the hardest, like, case you had, like, being the judge, you have to, like, sit somebody where it just, It was tough.
Yeah, we're gonna keep everything. You feel me?
You know, obviously you can't get into details.
Type shit.
But
Yeah,
you know,
we got Miss Ashlee back. Yeah, I ain't finna You feel me?
I feel like it was a domestic violence situation where I feel like the girl was within her rights to do what she did, but the law said otherwise. And you got somebody crying in front of you, like it. I mean, and like human trafficking in Texas is a real thing, or whatever, especially in Houston. And the law is telling you what you got to do, but you don't necessarily agree with it.
All right, let me ask you this question: as you being the judge, have you ever had a case where you felt like it was okay for them to break the law due to the circumstances?
Yeah. Cause I'm pretty cool on the bench. I'm not gonna hold you. I feel like I give more grace to the person. Like I've had like somebody come to the bench and be like, "Judge, I fucked up. What's up?" You know what I mean?
fuck with me.
Right. And I'm like, you know what? Let's do it. Then the pretentious white man that comes and expects me because of his clout and who he is to just pardon him. Like, no. Like that's not how this works. And so I just feel like I respect honesty. Like I crave honesty, even if it's honest to the point that it hurts my feelings. I would rather that than fall in love with a lie. So if you are honest enough to me to like tell me what it is, I'm gonna work with you. We'll figure it out.
See, we need more judges like you, because a lot of these motherfuckers be on that bullshit.
All right, you said something before we got back in here. So with your mom, right? You said she prioritized family versus her career. Do you feel like it's more important for you to prioritize your career than family?
No. I just haven't had the opportunity yet.
Okay.
And then I feel like for my family, when my dad died, I became everything to everybody. So I'm carrying a family on my back on top of wanting my own family, on top of a career. So it's not, I've never, because like for me, when my dad died, I got the news at work.
Shit.
And I left. It's like, come on. I mean, I'm out of here. So for me, I've never prioritized my career over my family. Like I've always understood that like these are the people that got me where I am. Like I don't care enough about this like that. But I just feel like it's been situations where I get more career opportunities than I do romantic opportunities. So it's not that I'm prioritizing my career over romance. It's just my career is always knocking and I just go ahead and answer.
I respect that. I respect that for real.
For sure.
Because a lot of people had those blurred lines, putting love in front of their career. I respect that.
And I probably would put love in front of my career, if we're being honest.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. We have a couple of discussions. So, what is your stance on voting?
Vote. The reason I say that is because just what it took to get here in terms of the rights that we have, and America's not perfect. I'm not going to hold you. It's still racist. We're still being gunned down undeservingly.
Facts.
But when you look at the rest of the world and what your rights are here compared to where they would be somewhere else, it just doesn't compare. And you have somebody that wants to be a dictator. And he's literally telling you, if you vote this election and vote him in, you don't have to worry about voting ever again. That's a dictatorship.
Can I be transparent?
Go ahead.
I was getting ready to cast my vote for Trump.
Why? Just why? Just why?
All I know, niggas was getting paid during that pandemic.
Bruh, you had to pay that shit back in taxes.
So that little
I did not pay
$1,200 was
$1,200
was
in
worth your
taxes.
freedom?
No, I didn't.
That was worth your little freedom.
I'm just saying.
So you basically
We got that
everything
shit.
off of $1,200.
1,200, then I had 1,000, then 500. So
Gas was low.
like
Okay,
33.
but I think
I'm just
he's
playing.
but to his
Calm
point,
it down.
why do y'all hate Trump so much?
So, me personally, right? I understand, you're the president. That's cool. Being the president means your word carries a lot more weight than anybody else. Despite it being a check and balance system, your word make a lot of people do certain shit. When Trump first got in office, I ain't never seen so many racist people come out the woodwork. And it's like you had black people that was getting beat down, gunned down, all types of shit. And his response to that, let's free Kodak. That would make him happy. No, it's still innocent black people that are getting hurt and all this shit based off all of your words talking about make America great again. You see that people are trying to change it into something like, make America white again. And you're not saying anything to defend that. I have somebody black that voted for me. That doesn't change the fact that people are saying this and you're not saying nothing about it. That's my personal issue. I don't feel comfortable with him being in office because I don't know how my next door white neighbor's gonna act when Trump said, all this shit is over. This is the last time we vote. I don't feel comfortable with that. Our ancestors fought way too hard for us to get to where we are at now to let somebody take us back to that. Mm-hmm. That's why I don't fuck with it.
Again, I want to preface, I was joking. No. But I just want to put that out there.
You said vote. This is why I don't think it really makes sense for most people to vote. Most people aren't going to do the research on who they're actually voting for. Most people aren't going to do the research on the electoral college and who stands in the positions that their vote will make a difference on. Most people vote for president and then everything else is whatever.
Just guessing.
Boom, 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 boom. So, does it really make sense to vote if you're not going to do the research? I think if you're going to say vote, back it by, say, research who you're voting for.
I would say research who you're voting for, but this is such a detrimental election that don't vote for Trump is what it could be, just knowing like what he's trying to do. And then I don't know if y'all are familiar with Project 2025,
yes, ma'am.
But all of that is enough to just say, and especially being in Florida, this is a swing state that literally your vote for president matters. If this wasn't such a dire situation, of course, you need to be an educated voter. And I feel that enough emphasis are not placed on your local voting.
I was just going to go
We
there.
want to go straight to the president.
Yeah.
Who is your mayor?
Mm-hmm.
Who are your judges that are throwing the book at people?
Politicians.
Who is your DA? You know what I mean? Like, I don't think enough emphasis are placed on local politics, because that's where you can literally go to a city council meeting, talk to your city council representative, have the floor for 3 minutes to voice any of your concerns. But we don't do that. We go straight to who the president is. And let's go here too. United States of America works on a system of checks and balances. Mm-hmm. You got your legislative, you got your judicial, and you got the president, right? If all you do is vote the president in and you didn't show up for any other branch, you didn't set him up for success. And that's kind of what happened with Obama, right?
Yes.
Like, he got in there, but you gave him Republican everything else. We were literally standing outside hours to vote for the first black president. But then when it came down for your Senate elections, for your local elections,
Nobody voted.
Nobody showed up. And let's go here too. The way that we don't show up for local elections is why Trump got to appoint damn near 50 federal judges. So when you start talking about taking us back to the 1950s, and you talk about the checks and balances in government, right? The judges interpret the law. So if I am a conservative judge, I'm rolling you back because that's where I want to be. And we gave Trump that power because we weren't present for the local elections. So I just feel like in voting, it's across the board, right? I know that the presidential elections get more play, but you have to be involved in local politics. to just be involved in a presidential campaign and then to neglect the local politics, you really did yourself a disservice, and you did your presidential candidate a disservice, because now they don't have the checks and balances in place that they need to really move their agenda forward. Because a lot of arguments will be, well, I put this person in office and this didn't happen for me. They made me all of these promises. Well, did you get out and vote for Senate? Did you get out and vote for your judges? Did you get out and vote for your mayor?
How do you
all of this works its way up.
How do you motivate the youth and our generation? I'm gonna just call it our generation to vote that, because I feel that everybody wants to be young and turnt right now. Nobody really cares about the politics and the things of that nature. And especially if you did not learn that, or you don't care to learn, how do you persuade? Because persuasion is a powerful thing.
That's fair. I feel like you don't care until it's time for you to care.
And that's when it's too late.
Exactly. So don't think that you can't find yourself in a situation to where you needed the law, or if you had been involved and been the change that was needed, that your outcome could have been different. I'll use the example for jury duty. A lot of people dodge jury duty, but then when your homie get the book thrown at him.
Put your hand up if you dodge jury duty.
Okay.
Yeah, I was there for that case.
When you getting the book thrown at you because a jury of your peers, which was Sarah Beth and Bob, that took off of work because they take jury duty so serious, that is the jury of your peers that decided what your sentence needed to be. So if you're not going to agree to jury duty, you're not giving yourself a fair chance, because you're not getting a demographic that is reflective of America. That's reflective of a melting pot. You getting a white people of 12 jury that's deciding your fate.
Question. So if the judge, if it's open to interpretation, right? They can kind of twist it if they don't. What is it? If they don't have, basically the details of what's going on. Say me and you got into an argument, right? And they didn't know what the argument was about. They just knew argument. You're guilty. How do you?
You're gonna be confuddled.
Because I wanna ask it right. I definitely want to ask it right.
Take your time, Bucko. You're not reading.
Bastard.
Do you need to come back to it?
Yeah, I need to come back to it. I want to ask it right.
Okay, so we talked about Trump. What's your opinion on Kamala Harris?
I think out of the two, she's the lesser of the evils. I don't agree with everything that she has said or done, but we would be remiss to say that she's not a qualified candidate for the highest office when she's literally the second sitting person right now for a leader of the free world. So I think that she's more than shown that she's qualified. On top of, she comes from a history of her family being involved in politics and the movement. She was a prosecutor in the state of California. She's pretty much devoted her life to the progression of the middle class and looking at the policies and procedures that she's put in place for the positions that she's been in. And I just think it would just be disrespectful to act like she's not qualified to be leader of the free world. And let's go here. Trump is a convicted felon that is not doing jail time, because the Supreme Court has decided that a president can be immune from whatever actions he takes as president, yet a convicted felon cannot vote. So Trump can't even vote for himself, but he can run for president.
Talk that shit.
That's wild.
Talk that shit.
And that's really who we want in office?
When you look at it like that,
That's crazy.
that's hilarious. Not in the sense of, real world problems, but it's funny to me. But that is insane.
He can't even vote for
Because the
himself.
Constitution doesn't speak on it.
Yeah.
Because it is assumed that a felon would not be running for president.
That's crazy.
I'm
as
trying to
hell.
word this damn question and I can't do it.
America, make it make sense.
You're America.
Okay.
We're America.
Premise of what you're asking.
If I'm one out of the 11 people in the jury and they cast Gavin's guilty, and I say he's innocent, but it's open to interpretation, right? The law or whatever he did wrong.
I'm gonna stop you there.
Go ahead.
If you say he's not, that's a hung jury. It's a mistrial.
So he gets off.
Yeah.
Tight shit, free my boy.
So you can.
Just one. Yes, just one.
Yeah.
So why the fuck don't we go to jury duty?
Hey, you the one dodging it. I'm asking you.
Okay, again, you say that, but my voice cracks.
Shaky.
You say that, but again, you got to wake up at 7 because you got to be there at. I mean, for you got to wake up at 6:30. You got to be there at 8, whatever the case is. And then you got to sit there all day. You're getting paid piss, honestly.
$2.
I mean, come on now. Do you want to stand there? Even though you know what you just learned now, are you going to do it? Likely not.
Yeah. Especially how you be in the morning, bro.
For the experience, because I've never done it, I would. Now, if they keep sending that shit, I'm gonna keep sending it back. You know, but
So you ain't helping the brothers out because you don't want to wake up early.
I'm willing to see what it looks like because I've never been inside of a courtroom setting like that.
I'm saying, you keep.
No, well, I mean, well, my brother and shit, but like not.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. Well, this was fun. The boss has left, so we can relax and just ask regular questions.
Okay, shit. I could.
Yeah, you can undo all that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? This top button got to
Clock
go.
out. Clock out.
We have
Clock
clocked
out.
out. Now,
Let me zip my shit back up.
too much that's out.
Hey, man. Say that. I remember where the hell I was at.
That's funny. Oh,
Thank you.
okay. So, welcome to part 2 of the podcast. So, switching gears, obviously. Vroom, vroom. So, from episode 1, the pilot, in your opinion, do men benefit from marriage in today's age?
In that what?
Today's
Shaky.
current age.
I think men do benefit from marriage. And the reason I say this is because, but is it with the right person, right? Like the stability aspect in it. Like, do you have someone that's challenging you? Do you have someone that's helping you achieve whatever goals you have? It's a lot of toxic stuff going on right now. It's a lot of, we just been together and that's all I know and let's just rock this out. And the next phase is just marriage. So are you being intentional and taking the next step to marriage? And I think that if you are being intentional, I believe in healthy relationships. I don't believe in anything toxic. If it's going to be healthy and y'all can benefit each other and she build with you and grow with you, I don't see how you don't see that as an asset. Because like a woman that loves you and is there for you, like, she gonna be your biggest cheerleader. Like, she be more of a real nigga than your homies do at times.
Hey,
so
man.
I don't see how somebody could not say that, like, marriage wouldn't be an asset. But is it with the right person?
Right.
And if it's not, that can be detrimental. I think a woman can make or break you.
That
I know. I would could make a break.
you know.
Hell yeah.
Without a doubt.
I feel like, to kind of piggyback on that, I feel like a lot of people rush into love though. Like, you be in love for the first month or two, now you wanna, you feel me, do all that shit. Like, that shit takes time. It takes patience. Like, you gotta grow with somebody. You feel me? Motherfucker be getting married to somebody that they just been fucking on for the past couple months.
I think also people are just afraid to really just be themselves around people that they love. They got this image of somewhat trying
Absolutely.
to stay so like perfect to them so they can try to keep them around. And that kind of just takes away from the authenticity.
Authenticity.
We got you.
But, it just takes away from how genuine things feel.
Right.
It definitely makes it seem like it's all just a facade.
Yeah, but it goes back to building. Because, like, when you building with somebody, bro, they gonna see you on your worst days.
Don't clip that.
Oh, yeah, that was just stutter word.
Okay. From episode 3, Battle of the Sexes.
Oh, shit.
Moving in before proposal, for it or against it?
For me, I'm not moving in before proposal.
Okay. In your younger days,
In my younger days,
would you have been for it or against it?
I'm still not, because my dad was just big on that. Like, why buy the cow if you can get the milk for free? Like, why are you shacking up with a nigga?
Shit.
He hadn't given you anything to let you know that this is going somewhere. Like, you're playing house and you don't have any of the benefits.
Top that shit. Ooh.
Okay,
My
now,
Lord.
in retrospect, if you move in with somebody, now you done married them, after you move, you married, move in, he's nasty, he don't clean up shit, now you mad and you want a divorce if it doesn't progress to your standard. So is it really having the cow if you can't even see what the farmer's worth?
Woo, shit,
That's
girl.
fair. That's fair.
Boy, we is throwing dimes tonight.
my God.
Call this nigga
That's
Pat
fair.
That's
Mahomes.
perspective.
And
too,
what
my
I would
Lord.
say to that is, you're gonna have opportunities. Let's not act like we're not having sleepovers that last days and days at a time.
Spend the night.
You know if somebody is junky. You know if they're not organized. Like, you can pick up quick on what somebody's habits are, because maybe you're not cohabitating full time, but you're damn sure doing it part time.
I'm leaving my toothbrush over though.
But again, 3 days, somebody can be on their best behavior 3 days. 6 months living together, that's a totally different. You might
back
clean the toilet right before I come, but I leave, you got shit marks everywhere.
Boy, you're evil. You're fucking evil.
That goes into the facade part.
I mean-
playing that perfect role.
They're
That's
evil.
fair, but I feel like, again, if we're doing it days and days on end, you're saying someone is keeping that facade the entire time
Because you get comfortable.
over a couple of years.
You not
Over
always
a couple
gonna,
years,
Yeah,
you're
I'm about to
right.
say
Yeah,
over a
yeah,
year or two. You're not always gonna clean.
That's
Have
true.
Someone come over.
Yeah, 'cause that
I mean, that's just
comfortability
one
aspect.
example. The cleaning is just one example.
right.
Like,
But-
that's just...
It's always other shit that goes into it. But I mean, hell, that shit gonna break sooner or later. You gonna see somebody's real personality and their real true self.
It's that comfortability aspect. You start to settle in, and you really just start to let it pour,
But that's gonna-
without even knowing.
That's gonna make or break a lot of shit though.
$4,000 a booger.
Oh hell,
$1,000 a booger.
Zoe, shut up! Don't say nothing. You're banned.
Are y'all eating y'all boogers?
Wait,
$1,000 a booger per booger. Per booger.
Hey, man, say man. How many?
Why do we get
$1,000
Just
per
eating-
booger.
That's
A band
That's what we doing.
Band.
per booger.
I said the bosses are gone. Answer the question.
I ain't gonna lie, I'm walking away with a good 10 bands. I ain't gonna lie to you. About 10, 15.
Bro, I'm not gonna be. I ain't gonna be on your ass this
10,
time.
15 on.
I mean,
Boy,
easy.
I wouldn't want to, but it's
The size of the booger go up per.
No.
No.
It could be a little booger, big booger, hard booger, snot booger. A booger's a booger.
But Zoe, you got a lot.
That
Of them.
count.
Oh,
Nah.
that's
You gotta take, okay, if you're gonna do that, you gotta take it out and then eat it again.
Ooh.
Oh,
Miss Ashley, what you doing? That felt so weird. I would never call you Miss Ashley again. What are you doing?
You getting a couple thousand.
I'm gonna get a couple.
You gonna get
I appreciate the honesty.
bro. Come on,
Hey, I ain't
like
gonna
five
work again.
burgers, that's 5 bands.
I'm not working ever again.
Just let me
That
do
nigga
it
gonna
in
wait
private.
till you get sick.
Just let me do it in private. That's all I ask.
Hey, $1,000? I don't care. I don't care.
What a band?
I don't care.
Man.
Listen.
Get
We can
real
go band for
sick
band.
where you got an unlimited supply.
Oh, we can go
Hey.
M for M.
Come on.
Wow,
Hey,
I'm gonna get a
eat-
haircut off of that
Eat
shit.
fish flavored ice cream versus drink fish flavored water.
Ew. Disgusting.
Give me the
Hey.
water.
Speed round.
Give me the ice cream.
But ice cream is last longer. It gonna
I'm gonna go for the
melt.
water just to get it done and over
Yeah,
with.
yeah, water. You
It's
gotta
gonna
take
feel
that
like
bit
you're
out.
drinking a pond.
Right?
But I'm saying the ice cream is just sitting there. You're not gonna go through ice
I
cream
know,
that
then you
fast.
get-
Not gonna
then you
go
gonna
up the
get a
way
damn-
you
Yeah.
just
brain
hold your breath
freeze.
on some
If
water.
you could drink
Still-
alcohol, you can
still
drink
gotta
fish water.
Melt a
Oh,
little bit
drink
because
alcohol
ice cream
now.
is somewhat
Absolutely not.
solidified.
You just-
You
You can
eating
drink
some of
alcohol.
that. The ice cream is
Yeah.
What you got?
I'm gonna do the water.
What you got?
Water now.
What you got?
Water.
Type deal.
Only because of the brain freeze.
Yeah, you gonna be.
You pissed me off.
Just get it down and get it out the way.
Every movie has commercials, or every song has a DJ talking in it.
Give me the movie with the commercials.
Movie with commercials.
DJs can ruin the song. I'm talking about the part that's finna drop.
Is he lit though? Cause I mean, some of them ad libs be what they need to be with the DJ. I might do
It
the
depends.
Mm.
But if it's a
I'm still going with
bullshit DJ that's at parts, hell
DJ. Yeah,
no.
I need to know the DJ.
Do you know a DJ name?
DJ Khaled. Trash.
Hated him on the way.
Nah. If it's DJ Drama, he be going crazy.
If all I gotta listen to is another one, I'm
Nah, you ain't heard Wayne's tape.
DJ
He was
Mustard
over
on
that
the beat,
mug
hope.
too much.
I see. I ain't mad at Mustard.
Lose your voice for a month versus the internet for a month.
Lose my voice. I ain't got nobody to talk to.
Wait. Say it again.
Shit.
Lose your voice for a month or the internet.
Voice.
Internet.
Voice.
The voice. You
I
tripping?
lose the internet.
You lose the internet.
Internet. For sure.
I'm testing people.
No, she wouldn't. No, you wouldn't.
Work.
Cause you gotta think about all the shit.
You ain't
you
gonna
do.
check nothing on
Oh,
nothing.
emails and
Yeah.
stuff.
Emails,
Yeah.
Life too
TV.
busy.
I'll be signing.
Yeah.
I'll still go internet.
Do fish need water? No. My fault. Do fish need? God dang. Do fish feel air how we feel water? And are they drowning when they're out of water, or are they suffocating?
Suffocating.
Suffocating.
Cause they can't breathe nothing.
Okay, but you go in water, you drown.
But you drowning cause it's water around
But is
you.
there water or air?
Nah.
How you gonna tell me that though?
You
Nah.
have to think about the science behind it, the mass.
Yeah.
I mean, air.
The mass.
I don't think fish know science.
They smart enough. Some fishes are smart enough.
What you
Right.
To
think?
know air.
You know, some whales go on beaches to kill themselves. You do know that. They're smart enough for that.
Or is
I don't
they brain
think
dead?
No, whales are fucking
I mean,
smart. Orcas?
I don't think it
Bitches
takes
are
much
smart.
to know
A dolphin is smart.
this is where sand is. I should kill myself. Ashley, what is your answer?
But the fact that they know to do it is crazy.
That air to fish is what.
Do you want me to repeat
water-
it?
Can we say that again?
Do fish feel air how we feel water? / are they drowning when they're out of water, or are they suffocating?
Suffocating.
They gotta be suffocating, bro.
Drowning.
That's
So
Go ahead,
fine.
Zoe.
you go with drowning
I'm
when they're out.
going with drowning.
I gotta go with suffocating.
Good.
Loser.
Did you look that up?
Sure didn't. Just my opinion. Okay. Last question.
Like SpongeBob.
Is the ocean one big drop?
Let Ashley answer
Is
first.
the ocean one big drop or multiple drops?
Don't let me down.
Let him down.
Please.
I don't.
No.
Just think about it. One more time, Gaff.
Is the ocean one big drop or droplets? Many droplets.
It's so quiet in here. You can hear a mouse heartbeat.
Saying how it was formed, like just one droplet, many droplets.
Hey.
Looking at the ocean. The ocean in its
One big
entirety.
ass drop.
Is it one drop or many?
I'm feeling multiple drops. No?
No.
Yes.
Yes.
Why not?
The
Yes.
ocean. The ocean.
It
It's a
doesn't-
body of water.
Is a body of water that moves.
So you
Which-
can
What makes a body?
But which one? Like you just which I mean, because
Come on.
is different bodies of water meeting at points. So
it's
Okay,
multiple
no.
droplets.
No.
What's
Okay,
the ocean?
so okay,
is
whoa, because she might have helped you prove your point if you look at it in the right way. If it's how many oceans is it?
7.
Okay, 7 oceans. So it could be 7 bodies of water, but it's not 700 million droplets. Or how many droplets that
If
would
you
be?
say it's one drop, that means if I pick up one drop of fucking water, all this shit
no,
coming
but if
with
we're
it.
calling it a body of water, think about it. Like if you got fresh water that meets a point in the ocean, that does turn into droplets because you got different bodies
And
of
they
water.
don't mix.
And that's not just gonna be one drop.
Right, okay. So,
Back up.
Oh, I'm sorry.
to your point, right? if you have one water, Ozark, they might have.
Zephyr Hill.
They might have. What you guys?
I don't know if I agree with that, because if you have a singular body of water, you call it an ocean. You don't say oceans.
But you have
It's an
multiple
ocean.
oceans though.
Again,
It's not one big ass ocean.
Pacific Ocean.
You finna say specific?
No. Whatever you say. Pacific Ocean is a single ocean.
Yes.
That is by itself, and it moves in sync, but it is one. You cannot split.
So what about the
ocean.
other ones? What about the Red Sea?
The Red Sea
It's a separate sea. Because again, y'all know it by name.
Goddamn.
It's not just one.
And I think you're kind of helping prove that point. If you have different oceans, right? You can't label it just one droplet that's equaling.
So
all
is
of
it
this.
7 droplets? Let's go there.
Oh my God! So it's more than one.
But you
Is it
went.
7 droplets?
What was
I'm
the
still
original
gonna-
question? Body? What is?
Okay, but to cater to,
Okay, go ahead. Yeah.
is it 7 droplets?
Oh my God!
I'm still gonna say no, and the reason I'm saying that is because, given the ocean or the Gulf or other bodies of water that is meeting that ocean, are you including those droplets into what that is? So when we're just saying one droplet versus multiple droplets, that's why I go with the multiple droplets argument, because if there are additional bodies of water that are meeting that, you can't just say that that's one droplet.
What does the droplets fall into, though?
What do you mean?
What does the rain fall into?
Nigga, are you
What
serious?
do the rain fall into? I'm fucking serious. What
Do you
fall
pour
into?
a bowl of milk or do you pour a bowl of milks?
What the fuck are we talking about?
Do
right
you
now?
pour
Answer
a
the
bowl of
question.
milk or do you pour a bowl
I
of
have
milks?
something
You
to say.
pour a bowl of milk, but it
Okay,
ain't 7
God
of them.
poured a bowl of water into the ocean.
So if it's
But it's
one,
a couple of them.
He said 1 bowl, 2 bowl, 3 bowl, 4 bowl.
Okay, so it's not
It's
just
7
one
droplets.
It's
That's
7
the
droplets.
answer.
no.
Go ahead, say.
I got something. Right. Let's look at it like this. Let's compare a
We
body
need a
of water.
scientist.
Let's compare a body of water to a human body. It takes several components to make a person, just like it would take several droplets to make a body of or a large mass of water.
Okay.
You're proving my point. Keep going.
No. So you mean to tell me they take one drop of sweat from your forehead, you just
Look at
dehydrated?
this. Look at this. Y'all see this on the
No.
water bottle?
Answer the question.
Listen.
Answer the
'Cause this is
question.
consider these droplets on your forehead. It's a lot of droplets. What the fuck is this?
So you didn't answer my question.
What?
I
is-
said if you take one drop, you said it's one.
Your shit don't even make sense. If you take a
You
droplet,
take-
are you dehydrated? What?
Bro, you said it's one drop, right?
You take
No.
one drop of sweat.
Answer the question. You said one drop. Yes or no?
One
He
drop- what are you talking about?
He don't ever have 1 drop of sweat, so
Like, what are you
that's
talking
impossible.
about?
for
Right,
him.
That's
What are
what
you
I'm
talking
saying.
about?
How Zay was saying compared to the human body is made up majority water. So if what you're saying by one drop, that means one drop of sweat from your forehead falls. That means you have no water left in your body. That's how you're like fixing this argument.
No.
That's the same. You said it's one drop. Did you not?
Drop. No.
So say droplets now. So it's
because
more
I
than
have
one.
a body of water. I have water inside of me.
So-
a single piece of fucking water.
No, you
That's
don't.
split off into streams.
No, you don't, bro.
No, sir.
No.
So it's not all connected. The water in me is not all connected.
No, not like
Yes.
that.
How is it not? It's connected through the bloodstream.
Oh my
That's
God.
not how it works.
No,
like,
bro.
in the human body. At all.
Okay, so how does it work?
Not like that.
How does it work? Tell me
Not
how it
like
works.
that.
You say
You
not-
out there talking about is one drop of water in the whole ocean. If that's the case, you could move one drop and move a whole fucking ocean. If that's the case.
No, because water don't work like that.
Think of
What the
it
fuck
like
are we
this,
talking
right?
about if it don't
Think of
work like that?
this.
Okay, talk to me.
If you could say that the ocean is one drop, like Lance says, you should be able to pull the entire ocean from one spot without it breaking it all.
No.
Because that's one drop. That's
That's
one
one
drop.
drop. You're saying one.
It won't be able.
If
to,
you
it
have
won't
to
be able
use
to
more
break
than
apart.
one, it's droplets.
Y'all losing it.
No, they got it.
No, y'all losing it.
No, you just don't want to admit
Do
defeat.
you have another question, Gavin?
Last question.
I thought that was the last question.
No toilet paper in the crib.
Okay.
Take Zoe's mic.
No toilet paper in the crib. No tissue. What's your next move? You ran out. You didn't order none. You didn't buy it. You didn't go to the store. What do you got?
Brand new crib. You ain't got nothing in there.
No, no, don't, no.
Hey, let her answer.
Keep adding shit.
I don't have towels in the crib.
You got towels?
Well, that's fucking.
Okay.
Duh.
You don't have toilet paper. Whatever else you want, you have. You don't have. What's your next move?
No towels, no toilet paper, no.
He didn't say
No-
he didn't have a
no
towel.
toilet paper.
No, shut up.
Don't worry about that. No
No.
toilet paper and no tissue. What is your next move?
I'm gonna do a towel.
Thank you. Nobody's using their fucking hand.
That's obvious though. You would use a towel
Zoe.
before your fucking hand.
Zoe.
You would use.
Dad posed that same question. You said my hand. You didn't even think about a towel or shirt.
A
Like, why?
fucking towel is the practical answer. What happened if you don't got a towel available?
So,
Don't you have paper towels?
Gav, let me ask you this as the moderator. When
Right.
you first posed this
Bro.
question, did you say it's a brand new crib?
Is that
nothing?
not fucking common sense?
No,
though, to use
hush.
a paper towel. to
Mr.
use a
Hand,
towel?
Mr. Hand, hush.
But
Moderator.
Are you taking your shirt off to wipe your ass?
Am I cleaning my ass with my hand?
You're
No.
using your hand though. Like why?
Ashley,
like, why
there's
is the
no
first
towel.
thing?
There's no paper towel. There's no toilet tissue.
You could have used
Use
the
your
towel.
shirt.
You using your shirt
Before your hand.
before your hand.
My hand is kind of wild. Like,
Thank you. You're crazy,
But-
bucko.
am I go? Because then if I take my shirt off,
And
do
you-
I have another shirt?
You're in the crib. You got stuff. Don't let Zoe deteriorate.
no.
Okay, so then if I got stuff, why can't I just take another random shirt versus
Thank
a shirt off my
you.
bag?
Thank you. Gab did not say it's nothing in the crib. He said you have no toilet paper. You're in the house. You said hand. You didn't think about no shirt, no
I'm
towel.
thinking last fucking
A sock or
resort, bro.
something.
No.
You didn't have to think last resort.
You could have used your sock. You wear socks.
I
to think last
literally
resort.
think that
Zoe, that's your last
Everything
resort. I
is
don't want to
damn
be
near common
around you
sense,
when the
but-
world ends.
if
I
there's
swear to
fucking
God, his
if
bathroom
there's
has nothing but a
nothing.
toilet and sink.
if there's nothing,
Gab
that's
didn't-
what I hear. Nothing.
No, Gab didn't pose the question like that. He said you just ran out of toilet
He
paper.
said,
You're
if you
in the
didn't have
house.
Any toilet paper? What are you using?
Yes.
You
Okay.
did this.
I'm using a fucking towel.
Oh no, now you want to change it.
No, this is what you did. Hey, you know, hey,
raised his hand.
You
looked
said
at his
hand.
and that
hey,
was the
just
answer.
stick by it. No one, we
no,
already
I mean,
heard it.
listen,
Well, just stick by it now.
You cupping it.
Listen, you see the form.
It's like you
see
done
that.
been there before.
That won't happen.
He has done this.
It just
He's not
feels-
fooling me.
It feels a little too normal. Like I don't like that.
Like Zoe,
feels-
you didn't
it's
even
normal.
do no critical thinking skills. You said hand.
All right, guys. I appreciate y'all for watching this episode. Zay, close us out.
Oh my gosh, it's been such a great one. NHD is tuning out. It's your boy Two Gone in the building.
It's your boy DSGBC3.
I am still Gavin.
It's your boy Zilla Zoe and Miss Ashley. We appreciate you tuning in.
And we'll see y'all later.
Stay dangerous, stay smooth.